Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I just finished editing this video that you're about to watch and I realized I left out a couple details that are important to know. So I wanted to give you a little extra context to this pretty epic day in my opinion. So I was heading up to the Transition bike shop in Bellingham, Washington. I mentioned that and I was demoing a bike, but I didn't tell you anything about the bike, and that really is the whole point of it. Is I was checking out a specific bike. So the bike that I was going to demo is the 2019 Transition Sentinel Carbon GX. There's a couple different builds that they have, GX, X01, NX. The demo that they had on hand was a GX, so that's what I was trying. And I was demoing the extra large. Now I have a large Transition Patrol right now. I love it, but the size hasn't been ideal for me, and I've tried a few bikes that are extra larges and felt really comfortable on it. So I started researching bikes that I might be interested in next, and my friend Jacob Hayes had just moved from an Evil Reckoning to the Transition Sentinel, and that's what really got me interested. I was pretty set on getting an Evil bike before, but when he mentioned the Transition Sentinel, and I love Transition, I knew I had to at least give it a try. So I was heading up to Bellingham since it's only an hour and a half away, and that's what you're about to see. Hope you enjoy it.
I'm super excited because I'm just leaving the office and I'm getting in the truck to drive to Bellingham. And Bellingham in and of itself would be really exciting to go visit, but I am going specifically to demo a bike at the Transition factory store. So it's not just Bellingham, but it's the Transition shop and it's Galbraith Mountain. There's a ton of exciting things happening in just a few short hours, and I can't wait to get on the road, get up there, and make all this happen. And even more, I might just end up walking away with a bike when everything is said and done today. So, super exciting day. Let's do it. All right, just got to Bellingham and needed some supplies since I came up a bit unprepared. Really close to the Transition shop is a Trader Joe's. Heading over to the shop now that I got my snacks and most importantly, water. Let's do this. And we made it. We're at the Transition shop. I can't wait to get inside and actually get on this bike. Let's start this ride. On the map, it says to go around on the road and then hop on the trail, which I didn't understand because the trail was right in front of me. And now I know why they said to go around. I'm partway up the very first climb to the top of Galbraith, and I haven't descended yet, and I am just struggling my way to the top. I mean, my heart rate was through the roof. So I've been resting for a couple minutes and my heart rate's still at 167. So I don't know what it was at when I stopped. I was far too tired to look, but at least there's some amazing views on the way up. This is the second stop. This is the most clear one and it's absolutely beautiful. It gets more and more beautiful as you go up. So I was happy to just take a break, get some water, walk around a little bit and just enjoy this view. But no one else is going to carry me to the top. I've got to do it, so let's get back on the bike. I just got to the top of the climb and I climbed a little extra from the route that was recommended so that I could get to the top of SST, and given the time and given how absolutely exhausted I am from that climb, I'm only going to have one run. So instead of stopping where the recommendation was from friends and from the bike shop, I went a little bit further just so I can get a bit longer of a ride down. I'll take one descent, make the most of it, try to get some variety from the trails, and that'll be plenty to see what I think of the bike. I just climbed a little bit more than 3 miles on the bike, and the bike was definitely not the limiter for climbing. It was 100% me. It actually was really good for climbing. I was just surprised at how much the 29-inch wheels really just climbed over everything and just kind of kept moving. And the position from climbing, the bike obviously fit me well as an extra large. It seems to be a really good fit, at least from the climb. And the position I was in when it got really steep was solid. I was purely limited by just my poor conditioning. So now for the fun stuff, I'm going to take a little rest so that my body can recover and really enjoy and push through the descent. I won't be able to go that hard because I've never ridden these trails, and I'm always pretty conservative on my first descent down something. It's the trails are in good shape, but they're a little dusty. And I haven't ridden very dusty trails yet, other than Whistler. But even at Whistler, the rain kept coming, and most of the trails were actually in really solid shape. So I'll be a little bit conservative, but I'll either walk back up a few sections or just try to keep my eyes up and look ahead and give it everything I can, and then head back to the shop. So I'm really excited to head down, really excited to see how the bike does and what I think of it. So you guys will get to witness just how conservative I'm riding, because I'll record the trails. I'm going to hit SST to Orient Express, and then I'm not exactly sure how I'll get back, but there's a couple different trails at the bottom of Orient Express to get back to the road where I started. But for the most part, it's SST for a very short section, and then I'm going to branch off to Orient Express.
Oh, snag it from you. How was it?
It was pretty fun, yeah.
Had a good time?
Yeah, I haven't ridden 25 in a while, so it was fun.
Yeah, 29?
Yeah, so it was fun. Yeah, I was waiting for my bike to get this one. Keep on riding. Keep up this one.
Keep on moving. I want beer or anything?
Pretty great. I'm pretty tired.
Okay, I got King.
I haven't pedaled that much in a while, so that was good. But no, it was. I was going way faster than definitely way faster than I normally would for a trail for the first time, and faster than I would on my patrol. So
You
got it, man.
it was pretty great. Well, that was a pretty epic way to spend a day. I just got back in the truck outside the shop, and those guys were awesome. Josh and Dylan took great care of me, and great conversation. I was a little too exhausted to hop back in the truck and drive home, and I also figured I'd wait a little bit and miss some traffic. But here's the big thing: I bought the bike. So they sell their demos once they get to a certain point, and my ride literally marked the point that they were willing to sell it, and it was exactly what I had been hoping for, and it was the build that I wanted. I was debating between their GX build and the X01 build, but I got to talk to them a lot about it and why they did certain things, and ultimately decided to go with the GX build, and it's perfect for where I'm at, and even hopefully where I'm going as I get better. I have to leave it here to get a few things done, a couple minor upgrades, and then I'll probably be back next week or next weekend, which I'm not complaining because I'm always up for a trip to Bellingham. So that's it for today. Gonna head home. Don't know what the traffic's like, but it was a great day, so I'm happy. It was an epic day. Gonna enjoy an incredible drive home. Sunny Seattle. It's an absolutely beautiful drive. Thanks so much for joining me today. All right. Bye.